Hello everyone and welcome to Dead Rail Trains. In this video I thought I'd talk about my Henry project. It's a custom-made train that I made. I just thought it would be a neat idea. I mean, nobody was making Henry, and I had Thomas and I have James. And I know they make a couple of the other smaller engines, but there's no Gordon and there's no Henry. So I discovered that the Hogwart train set and engine was pretty close to Henry. So that's what I went and got. So let me tell you how I did it. Now, Henry was featured in the third episode of the Thomas the Tank Engine videos, and he believes that the rain will spoil his paint, so he runs into a tunnel and then refuses to come out, and for some kind of bizarre punishment, they decide to brick him up inside the tunnel. And that was the end of Henry. Until another then I think it was the next episode that he gets out and helps somebody out. Now, he had an accident when pulling the flying kipper and was sent to Crewe, or I don't know, Crewe, to be rebuilt. And besides being given a new shape, Henry also received a larger firebox because his previous firebox turned out to be an issue, and he was allowed to use regular coal. Following his rebuild, Henry is based on a London, Midland, and Scottish Railway Steyr 5MT Black 5460. I don't know. I don't know that much about European engines or England engines, so that's the information I got. But of the big engines, Henry is the most likely to be respectful to engines such as Thomas, Edward, and Percy, and Toby on a regular basis. He does not frequently antagonize his fellow friends like Gordon and James do, and usually shows remorse for his actions. These traits also make him more level-headed and intelligent than his fellow big engines, who often find him trying to keep them in line, being the trio's voice of reason. Okay, so what I did was I went out and got the Hogwarts train set. Came with this engine and 3 cars. Mine came with a Dementor car, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, I got it at Nassau Hobbies on Long Island when I used to live there. So what I did was I didn't really have to strip the paint down completely. I was able to paint over most all. The only real modifications I made was there was like a little sign here, which Henry didn't have, so I cut that off. Not a big deal, just cut it with a Dremel. And then after that, it was pretty much paint job. So what I normally do is I have an airbrush. So for stripes like this and the ones on the tender, I'll actually paint the whole thing red first, and then mask it off, and then paint the green. That way, I get nice, good, clean stripes. These red stripes around the tender and the box those are just hand painted on afterwards. And I had some Tamiya paint that was pretty close match what I thought, because we did have some small toy Henrys, and these paints that I got matched up pretty good. And then then comes the face. Now the face, what I ended up doing was I got a file, like a CAD file from a fellow in, I believe it was Norway, and he just sent it to me, and I just resized it, and it was in the format that I could send to a 3D printer. So I sent it to Shapeways, which is I don't know if they're still in business, but that was a great outfit. And really what you do is you send the file, you tell them what you want it made out of, and I wanted mine to be like a resin because I didn't want the additive layers. I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I just ordered a couple of them, and they came right away. And you just have to paint them. So he's just painted gray, and then hand painted the eyes and the eyebrows. And it fits in perfectly. I just took the old piece off, threw it away, and that's what we ended up with. Now, the Hogwarts Express engine is a Lion Chief engine. So the Lion Chief engines you can run with either the remote that it came with, or you can run it with your cell phone. So it doesn't need any signal through the track or anything. And all my trains are dead rail. I run everything on batteries. So the Lion Chief is by far the easiest control system or operating system to convert to battery, because it's basically a radio operated train right out of the box. So what I normally do when I modify these is, and I'll show you, for a steam engine, you can usually fit all the electronics in the battery in the tender. Now, there were no electronics in here because all the Lion Chief is all in the engine. All that's in the tender is a speaker. So I added the power supply, and all this does is take any battery voltage and convert it to, I don't know, I usually have it around 16, 17 volts for a Lion Chief. I think they operate somewhere around 15 to 18 volts. And then all you have to do is add a battery. I've got a bunch of different batteries, and some fit better than others. I think I usually run him on 2 batteries, but all you have to do is connect in a battery. These battery packs I made myself. There is another video of me talking about battery packs and making battery packs. That's basically it. Then the tender goes back on, and you're good to go, and you can control them with the regular Lion Chief, the app, which I think now is the Cab 3 app, or you can run them with the little remote. Now my remote, of course, still says Harry Potter on it, but it works just fine. And the only thing is the talking part. Of course, the talking part is Hogwarts talking. The little numbers, those are rub-ons. I don't remember who made them, but I got 3 in red in one size, and then a 3 in yellow in a smaller size. So that's just rub-on. I wished it looked a little bit better, more like the real Henry, but it came out pretty good. And the rest of it, I think, came out pretty good. Henry's a big hit. I used to be a member of Trainmasters of Babylon on Long Island, and I used to bring him to the open houses, and he was a big hit at the open houses, especially the fact that nobody's making a Henry. And at this point, I hope they never do, because I went through all the effort of making this guy. So I'll give him a once a loop around the layout so you can take a look at him closer. And here we go. Thanks for watching.